All right, has anyone noticed this trend among some of our government experts lately? It starts off with them telling you a thing. If you question the thing, you will be mocked, ridiculed, and potentially censored. It then turns out later that the thing that they told you wasn't quite as true as they promised you it would be. And when you point this out, they revert to telling you that, well, they never told you the thing that they told you. And then when you show them incontrovertible proof that they did in fact tell you the thing that they told you, they just suggest that you should be mocked, ridiculed, and potentially censored. I can't imagine why we don't trust these guys.
If you're so confused and disoriented that you don't know where you are or where you're going, there are predators of the spirit who are much worse than snakes that are waiting in wait for you. And the probability that you'll move from aimless, hopeless, joyless anxiety to nihilism, corrosive bitterness, and genocidal fantasy in the fundamental extreme is very high. And so that's possession by a predator of the spirit in the desert of the soul. And that's real.
Honey, someone's going to the house. Someone's going to the house. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Who are you call the pops? I'm gonna call the pops.
We're recording you.
No. It's okay. I'm just your neighbor. Coming by to say howdy.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, we're not used to people stopping by to say howdy without assaulting us first, robbing us, or defecating on our lawn.
Sometimes all three.
The trifecta. We're from Los Angeles.
Just moved to Texas.
I figured.
Oh, the California plates?
Well, yeah, and the masks. Inside your own house. No one else around. 2022.
We just want to be extra safe.
We feel naked without masks.
We'll probably wear them for the rest of our lives.
We'll be buried in them.
Okay. Well, you seem like a lovely couple. Like I said, I just wanted to drop by and welcome you to the neighborhood.
Why? Do you want something?
Oh, no. I think he's being friendly. People around here are friendly, like we've seen in the movies, right?
I thought that was just make-believe, like superheroes or families that go to church.
No, that's a myth. This is real life.
So, I live in that house over yonder. Name's Kevin.
Hi, Kevin. I'm Tiffany, she, her.
And I'm Steve, he, him.
What are your pronouns?
I don't believe in pronouns. I think they're reductive. In fact, just your asking about it is a microaggression.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. I'm just messing with you. I like all pronouns. My favorite is you.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Exactly. So, if you need anything, just holler. My wife and I'd be happy to help.
Baby, he has a gun.
I'm calling the cops.
I'm recording you.
No.
Recording
It's
you.
okay.
Good morning. I'm here to give you an update on the FBI's investigation of Secretary Clinton. What I want to do is tell you what we're recommending. But first, let me tell you what we found. 110 emails in 52 email chains have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it make?
8 of those chains are top secret, 36 of those chains secret, and 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Everything I did was admitted. There was no law, no regulation.
Secretary Clinton should have known that an unclassified system was no place for that conversation.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email.
None of these emails should have been on any kind of unclassified system, not even Gmail.
But first of all, nothing was marked classified.
To the contrary,
Nothing was marked classified.
there is evidence of
Nothing was
tremendous
marked.
amount,
Nothing was marked classified.
Now let me tell you what we found.
Oh my God.
110 emails.
It was not the best choice.
52 email chains.
It was a mistake.
Have been determined to contain classified information.
What difference at this point does it
8
make?
of those chains are top
It wasn't the best choice.
6 of those chains
I said it was a mistake.
8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
With respect to our recommendation, this is going to be an unusual statement in at least a couple of ways. Although there is evidence, our judgment is that no reasonable prosecutor would bring such a case. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. I know there will be intense public debate. What difference at this point does it make? 110 emails.
It wasn't the best choice.
52 email chains.
I made a mistake.
Have been determined to contain classified information. What difference at this point does it make? 8 of those chains are
It was not a good choice.
6 of those chains
I said it was a mistake.
and 8 contain confidential information.
What difference at this point does it make?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Hawk.
What are you doing up so late?
It's early.
11 o'clock. Well, actually, you guys, I think it's midnight, isn't it? Or more?
It's 1.
Yeah.
I was sitting here about an hour ago saying, you know what? I should just hop on and turn something on because I don't know what the heck's going on, but people are getting weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
I pulled away because it got stupid out there, all the weird stuff going on. Now it seems like everybody's at each other and ignoring each other and blocking each other.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, and the thing is that, you know, what people don't realize is that there is another party involved, and you're doing exactly what he wants you to do.
Hey, T. Hey, everybody.
You know, doing exactly what he wants you to do. Stop it.
Yep.
Yeah. So, start sending people hurt feelings reports.
Yeah, get a new box of Band-Aids. They call them pussy stickers.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go there, but you did. So. Yeah, it's covered.
No filter.
Here's a video that fits that to a T that everybody needs to look
That
at.
one friend that always tells you the truth, that never beats around the bush, never walks on eggshells, that hurts your feelings sometimes, he's not the asshole. All your other friends that sit idly by while you destroy yourself and tell you that you're just fine the way you are, they're the assholes. The best friends you can have in the world are the ones that don't care what you want to hear. They only tell you what you need to hear, and they'll keep it 100% real always. The friends that you hate the most in the short term are going to be the ones that you love the most in the long term because they have your best interest in mind. They want to see you fulfill your potential and be what they know you can be.
Yeah.
That means your friend Chuck here says, get your head out of your ass. We don't mean nothing harmful towards you.
Chuck, that was perfect.
That doesn't mean he doesn't want you to hurt yourself when pulling your head out of your ass. It just means that he thinks it's a good time for you to pull it out of there.
And it's even in the home. I have had to go on a tirade and turn into psycho mom and it's, I don't know, everyone's just on edge and going nuts, and we got to stay calm and reel them in.
Yep. It's true. It's true. You know, it's like I said, there's somebody else involved, and you have to remember his objective, okay, is to separate everyone. Yeah.
And destroy. Divide and destroy.
Yeah.
They say you get more, you can catch more things with sugar than you do shit, but shit keeps the predators away too. So,
well, some predators, others smell it and they're like, human, let's go eat. Hey, I want to comment real quick. Cindy Fuller Stevens, wash hands. Do you remember when Trump first said that? Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Remember when he first said that? You know, and that was back at the beginning of all this. And
Really?
there was a message, in that, just in those two words, wash hands. Okay. And if you Google it, if you DuckDuckGo it, or anything else for what's this mean? Means wash the hands of the people who are creating problems in your life. Wash your hands of the things that you do that cause problems in your life. Wash your hands of those that hold you back and or create a wall between you and your creator.
Yeah, wash your hands of all the toxic, negative bullshit. I'll use that toxic word. I love that toxic.
You got it. See, I wasn't going to go there. See, I was trying not to go there because we might have somebody who might be a little bit woken at that, and I don't want to upset anybody.
If they come to Chuck and they need kid gloves, they ain't gonna get it here. I got tough love is all I got.
Yeah. And just so you know, there is no blood moon tonight.
There's an eclipse going on. That's what we got pulled up here. This is live.
Well, I can see the moon outside from where I'm sitting, and it doesn't look anything like that.
Huh. I'm going to have to go look. I'll be right back.
Let's go stare at the eclipse. Let me go look out here and see what it looks like here.
The solar's the one you're not supposed to look at. Lunar's okay, right?
Maybe.
Okay, I'm not going to go look. I have enough problems going on. I don't need another one.
Usually when there's a lunar eclipse, I'm sound asleep. So yes. I don't know.
Well, that's Chuck and I were talking, and it's been a while since we talked.
I think it's the Earth getting between the sun and the moon. And the moon is what's stopping the moon from getting hit from the light of the sun. But if we do live in a firmament, then that sun and that moon are inside our firmament. And they're not thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away.
Here, Lauren's got a request real quick.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. She loves walking.
Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em.
You got his clip about the lion?
Walking?
Yeah.
I don't, but I can get it real quick.
You know which one I'm talking about, right?
I think so.
It talks about the hyenas and the jackals.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good.
Here it is. It's on YouTube. I don't have it in my stuff. Let's see.
See, look at all those night owls popping in.
Yeah.
It's good to see everybody.
Here y'all go.
Look at this lion. Who he is?
Yep.
It's coming.
Every now and then you got to show your ass to show them where you live.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to see my ass because the friggin' Son ain't seen that thing in so long that it scared white off of rice.
I tell everybody on here sometimes I go out there with a vacuum cleaner, hook the extension cord up, and vacuum the driveway. Just show them what they're dealing with.
Vacuum the driveway. That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I went out there to look for the damn eclipse out there, and it's foggy enough or hazy enough, and I'm not cloud cover or something. I'm not seeing it. I'm out there spinning around with all the lights in the yard, looking all over to see if I can see the moon anywhere. And look around, see a couple people standing on the porch. They're probably, look at him out there at 1 o'clock in the morning. He's fucked up on something.
Oh yeah. Well, they got to be fucked up on something if they're sitting out there at 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Smoking over there.
See if this is that video about something we were just talking about.
All right, a lot of people asking why the government is blocking out the sun like this, and I'm going to tell you why in this video. First of all, gazing directly at the sun can change your life in so many ways. Now, this is only safe 30 minutes after the rise and 30 minutes before the set. And if you pay attention, especially during the summer, it's usually the sunrise and the sunset when you see the most chemtrails. Now, the ancient Egyptians knew that sun gazing was an extremely powerful technique. As you can see here, when the sun rays reach the eyes of the ancient Egyptian god, it is presented with the Ankh. Now, the Ankh is the symbol of eternal life, and the sun is the giver of all life. Without it, we would not survive. Our crops would not grow. Now, sun gazing is proven to improve eyesight, reduce stress, enhance energy levels, and so many more health benefits. And the ancient Egyptians also knew that it upgrades our DNA. It is the ultimate healer. This is why you see the skies like this every single day. It's also funny how every single religious figure in our history all had the exact same story. Just like Jesus Christ, and it's all based on the movement of the sun and the stars, the 12 disciples, the 12 constellation. You know when they say the Son of God? Yeah, they're referring to our sun, not a person. But I'll save all this for another video. This is exactly why the wisest people in our ancient past all worshiped the sun, because they knew the sun was a god. So on the days when the government's not blocking it out, make sure to sun gaze and sunbathe as much as you can. Peace and love. All right, a lot of people asking why the government is blocking out the sun like this, and I'm going to tell you why in this.
I forgot it was on Luke. I don't believe a lot of what he says, but I do believe a lot of it. So.
Well, it makes sense to me. I mean, that's something I've been taught all my life is in the mornings, go up where the sun is coming up and face the east and drink a glass of water, and it's supposed to be healing.
Yep, walk barefoot while you're doing it.
No, you can do it in the house looking out your kitchen window. Doesn't have to be on the ground, but
yeah, that was the worst thing that man ever figured out how to do was to fly. Because if they couldn't fly, they couldn't do what they're doing. Think about that, and it's like, well, I think the Wright brothers might have been wrong.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I seen, but this old man I used to work for back in the 80s, he always did it. He goes, you know what you need to do, Chuck? He was German. It was really bad, choppy German, broken English. But he said, whenever I go home after I leave the shop, he goes, I make sure my hands are fairly clean when I go home. But he goes, as soon as I get out of my car, I got flowers, bush, and shrubs right there next to my driveway. He goes, I get out there and I pull my shoes off and I stand in that dirt around. And he goes, and I rub my hands and I touch all them shrubs and the trees and the flowers. And he goes, that's where I leave my bullshit all from my day at work. I leave it right there. He says, plus it gets me back to nature. He goes, any stress I have, a headache, feel bad. He goes, by the time I go in the house, I'm ready. And he said, everything's fine. He said, on the way out, he'll run his hand across them shrubs when he goes to work. And he said he picks his stuff back up and carries it back to work.
Wow.
Dogs are going crazy tonight. 8 out of 10 of them are outside barking right now.
Something out there, wolf, coyote or something?
There was a pack of coyotes about 2 hours ago up by some cabs that were up on the hill. and I called up the rancher who lives next door, and I told him, I said, you better get somebody out there. I said, because there's coyotes up there by where your cabs are. And he says, him and his son are going to go out right then. And I haven't, I can see across that field, and I haven't seen anybody out there. So, it's, and the dogs are out there barking again like crazy. So, yeah.
You did your part. It's on him now, I guess.
Yep.
People used to hire my son to do that. Coyotes and hawks.
I had a buddy. He had one of those. What do you call it? A bucket truck, I think it's called. That one lone bucket. He'd put that bucket all the way up, and he had himself a little spotlight on that sucker. And he'd be up there with his bow and his rifle. And when his Winchester ran out of bullets, then he'd pick up his bow, and he'd take out whole packs of them.
Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine used to do something like that, but his was a deer stand. He had a telephone pole up, and he mounted a deer stand out there on it. He'd spotlight like you're talking. It's back in the 80s. But he said, I'd at least shoot one or two of the coyotes. He goes, that way they get to eat on their own. And
well, all these farmers, they have a road down the middle of the property, for them to turn off, and and it's just a dirt road, so he takes it out there, in the middle of the, out in the middle of their field, and and hoists himself up there, and he'll sit up there for a few hours. He'll wait till he knows that they're all in. He's got them goggles, the night vision goggles. So he doesn't even necessarily have to crank on the light, but when he cranks on the light, they all freeze. Like, it's like, I'm not moving. If I don't move, then he won't see me,
Too late.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that, Willie D. I saw that. Yeah, they just went legal.
Yeah, I miss that old boy. I ain't seen him in years. When I used to tell you about getting to go out there, he cleaned out ponds and pools and stuff on golf courses. And they didn't want them old balls. A lot of them used to, but they tell him he can keep them. So he had buckets full, 5-gallon buckets full of them at his house. So we'd go out there and take turns. One person hitting the golf balls and the other one shooting them with a shotgun. We made sport out of it, like shooting skeet.
Yep.
Most of them wasn't worth the shit. They've been in there so long they'd all stained up.
Hey, Silver Pearl.
Hey, Silver. Hey, Dito. I think everybody gave up D-Dog on that because they got the tuck-proof bathing suits. They made them so you can tuck your beer in them, I guess. Hey, Stan. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Drop. Let's see. Willie, Cindy, I think I said Gina. Booty. Lauren. Ridge Runner. Sorry, Bonnie.
Did you see what Stan's Alone just put? Check your produce. If you buy from store, look for appeal sticker. Don't buy.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you about, that appeals, that coating they put on. You can't wash it off. And I heard it pierces through the skin and gets into layers of the food.
Oh, wow.
That shit is supposed to be edible.
They say it's edible, but it's not. A tumor is edible, but it's not good for you.
Ew.
Yeah, T, that appeal is it doesn't come off. It seals and bonds with it. It's even peeling it, you still ain't getting it all.
Is that the brand name?
And it's a sticker they put on it. Some kind of coating that they put on. I think it's to deter aging, so it don't heat or get keeps them green longer, so they don't ripen too fast.
Add shit to it, bond it to it.
That's what Stan said. Wax coating can't be washed off, cancer causing.
Yep.
Yeah, it permeates into the skin and into the flesh of the produce.
And it lets bond stuff to it that's not supposed to be there. It wouldn't do that.
Well, we just have to go around the city where that fertilizer disappeared from and see who's full of crap.
I guess they could. They'll use all them different brands of working man's beer now that supporting something else. They can use it to wash off stuff.
No, T-girl.
I don't, it's bonded into it.
Yep.
You'll see it. It's a sticker. It shows on it. It says Appeal on it.
APEEL.
I'm going to have to tell the girls about that because they've been buying a lot of fruits and vegetables lately.
Yep. Just look at the because like each piece of fruit's got one of those little stickers on.
Yes.
So that's what you need to look for. You need to watch for those.
Where I seen them talking about it, they were saying the organic stuff even had that on it. Organic's not supposed to have nothing. So you see a sticker on your organic stuff means it ain't organic.
Exactly. It's been altered by man.
Yeah. Goodness. They're just trying, aren't they? We're all still here.
I used to think that Kraft macaroni and cheese had real cheese.
Huh. Yeah, it's real powdered version of American processed cheese food.
Plastic.
Yep. It's that step margarine don't have that makes it solidify.
Well, I've been seeing a lot more cases of like salmonella and I can't remember the name of the other one.
Willie, it's any kind of produce that look for that Appeal sticker on it. Like you'll have the barcode, and I think the Appeal is a separate sticker.
I'm going to do that to my cabbage and squash.
Speaking of squash, you got a couple bags of that in the freezer.
Well, now that I know that somebody's staying up late to keep the world safe, I'm going to go to bed.
Good night, man.
I got to get some sleep.
All right, Hog. You have a good night.
I had a couple of doozies of seizures today, and my brain is still groggy from the last one.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's I get stressed out, and when I do that, they really kick in then. So,
Yes.
Yeah. So, all right, you guys have a good night.
Good night, man.
All right. Good night now.
Okay, take care.
Yeah, Silver, it's supposed to be on each individual, I guess, or like a bunch of bananas. It might be on every one of them, but it's kind of like all your stickers when you go in there. And if you get an avocado, it'll have a sticker on there that has that 4-digit code. You can punch in to register and says what it is. It's going to be another sticker like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drop, that's another one. The Appeal's one thing. That's a sealer, and I think that it might be mixed in with that. I don't know. But I know it's a no-no. Stay away from it. You can't rinse it off. Wash it off. Boil it off. Peel it off.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing with the tomatoes is taking the seeds out and drying them.
Yeah, I've seen people do that. What Rob's talking about, you take and plant Roma tomato. You can do that. I've seen some people cut it in squares or blocks or slices. And
Yep. I love the Romos.
I like San Marzanos, but I don't know where to buy it, the fresh ones. And two, I think here in Texas, probably too hot for San Marzano because that's an Italian tomato, and I think we're a little too hot here for it.
Well, that's a good question. What if they don't put the sticker on every single piece of fruit, but it's in the same batch?
Look around through it, I guess, and look to see. I don't know. It might have to look that part up. From what I understand, it's supposed to be labeled with it.
Oh. The gal said she didn't even see the moon.
Yeah, Romas, I think, are supposed to be a pasta tomato anyway. That's like a San Marzano is, I think, a type of Roma, but they're more flavorful and sweeter. And
Yeah, I've been ordering my seeds off of, I think it's called, oh, it's something leaf, or leaf something. Dang it. And they're heirlooms. And right now we just have cherry tomatoes growing because of the move. We have a site inspector coming Tuesday. It sounds like things are rolling now. So here we go again. Drops, you have some good information there. Thank you.
I think non-determinate, they keep popping up more and more stuff through the year. Determinate all comes at one time, and I think that's all you get out of it.
I don't know what lovage is. Never heard of that. I guess that's how you say it. Lovage. Silver Girl, I'm going to put you on the list for prayers. You need to... My email's in my About section if you ever need anything. She have your contact, Chuck?
Huh?
Does Silver Girl have your contact information?
I'm not sure. Here's y'all a picture for that appeal, what the sticker looks like, sort of.
Thank you. Oh, well, there you go. Plant-based. Don't get anything that says plant-based.
Here's the avocado picture. It's got one of them on it.
Oh, that sounds good.
The avocado.
No, the what Drops is saying down there. It grows like a bush and comes up every year, and you can use it like celery. And 14 times more nutrients. You got to leave this video up so I can go back for notes.
Yeah, it's lobage is kind of like not nettle, but might be the nettle I'm thinking of that grows on. You see it on the side of the road in your yard. It gets the stalks in there, kind of like celery and stuff too. And cattail parts of them are like that.
Yep. Yeah, Silver Girl, don't try that by yourself.
See the appeal sticker, so it's supposedly on every one of them that it's in.
Yeah. That is crazy.
It stops them from ripening, so if that tells you anything. So, hell, it's showing us on strawberries, apples, lemons, avocados, oranges, peaches. The hell, they're even spraying down asparagus with it.
Jeff's Family Garden, what state are you in? I love the goat milk soap. Oh. Is that Washington? Little far from us. I know what you mean, Drops. I feel like I'm on the front line with the border. And moving closer to it.
What'd you say, Brew?
Oh, not much. Trying to go to sleep here till I seen you. I got a 10 o'clock appointment in the morning, about 40 miles up the road. So I jumped on here to give you an update, a minor update of what I found out the other day. We're going to go in depth on it on the 1st when I go see the hematologist. So right now with my bone marrow sample, biggest thing is my blood cell factory is on the fritz. It ain't working right. It's giving some radical or rogue white cells, and it keeps going up. So he said I didn't have leukemia, but he says that don't mean, what's going on is going to turn into something either. So he's wanting to nip it in the bud. He's got a prescription called in for me, and then he said something about a real light dose of chemo is what he said. So I don't know. I'll just have to go in depth with him on the 1st when I go see him.
Have you started taking any of that stuff that I was telling you about that you found the other day?
No, not yet. I'm about ready to now since I kind of know a little more and things. So
everything we have stems from parasites, which viruses and everything else, sickness is all from it. So even the C stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Try to get on that. I keep forgetting it's out there and everything since I haven't really had it. I just keep forgetting it's there. Everything too. So, but got to do something here pretty soon and everything, and all of that sure ain't gonna hurt nothing to do that.
Yeah, Drop said even that's another thing where Drop to raise your alkalinity, eat more green vegetables and pink salt. Yeah.
About the only green vegetables I like are green beans and spinach and a little bit of lettuce sometimes. That's about all I like. The rest of it, yuck.
Well, I hope I got that link right. Is it okay if I drop a link?
I
For Joe's Family Garden.
pinch of borax, powdered borax, boron in my water and drink it. That'll do it too. But I ain't telling anybody to do that because yep.
Yeah, I've read a little bit on that also. That's interesting.
Lemon and limes are an acid, but as soon as it hits your stomach, it turns in and flips over to a alkaline. It's weird how it works.
Yeah.
But if you use regular table salt, iodized table salt, get you some pink, Himalayan pink salt or some good natural salt, all the minerals and stuff in that. That's another thing it affects everything. Table salt we use has been washed out, bleached, all the minerals pulled out of it, and then all we get is the sodium. Then they add iodine to it.
Probably just enough to say it's iodine too, or it ain't gonna do you any good.
Yeah, I saw where some people are taking, damn, my mind drew a blank, that Epsom salt, take that and Himalayan pink salt, and they were making a foot soak, and they were putting that in there with lemon and lemon juice. I can't remember the other thing, and they were soaking their feet in it for like a half hour, and it was drawing all this stuff out of their system.
Yeah.
Huh.
When they got done, the water looked like a bucket. Somebody had been spitting tobacco juice in it. It drew so much stuff out.
Yes. It's supposed to turn dark if it's doing that.
Another thing it'll pull stuff out of you, and might sound nasty, Bruce, but when you go to bed, get you a couple pieces of clear plastic and stick you an onion slice on the bottom of your foot, wrap it in that plastic, put a sock over it, and lay down with it with your feet up for an hour or so, or if you can stand it there most of the night, the onions will pull stuff out too. If you're sick, cold, or whatever, cut the onion in half. One half in the room you stay in all the time, your bedroom, and then one half in your living room where you're at. It'll draw all that sickness to it, and the onion will turn black, pulling all the stuff out of the air.
Yeah, it's amazing on how much stuff's here that the good Lord gave us and everything that has been forgotten.
Ridge Runner use you can put boron in it too, but it's Epsom salt, which is magnesium, then your pink Himalayan salt, lemon juice. Some people use apple cider vinegar, whatever, your water, and then just soak your feet in it for like a half hour. Pink Himalayan. Somebody said, I can't remember the name of the salt mines here in the United States, but it's basically the same as Himalayan salt. I can't remember the name. I think it's in Oregon, the salt mine where it comes from.
Now, there's several salt mines here in Kansas and everything about 120 miles east of me and everything where they do a lot of salt mining.
If you can get some of that natural out of the ground like that and get you a damn thing that I get that has regular salt in it.
It's just
any
regular
crap that I
rock.
eat. Huh?
Yeah, it's just regular rock salt is what they get, and then it's processed or whatever they do to it. But I've hauled it in a hopper bottom, raw right out of the ground from a stockpile.
Yeah, Ridge Runner boron is 20 Mule Team Borax. You can get that at dollar store, Walmart, whatever. I quit doing it. I ain't done it in 6 months. I was every day when I get up in the morning, I'd get me a bottle of water. When I was drinking the spring water, since I started doing this Berkey, I forgot about it, but I put a pinch of borax in there in a glass of water when I first get up, because it helps clean you out. Plus, it works on your alkalinity. Yep, it's poison. Drop. Yep.
I saw where taking magnesium every day is really good for you.
Yeah, especially if you have bowel problems, can't go or go too much. It's supposed to regulate it. A lot of other things too.
Everything begins in the gut, they say.
Yep. And our worst enemy is bread, noodles, anything flour, because flour is poisoned after they do what they do to it. It's nothing. All that we use as flour and breads and stuff is the garbage that's left. Tomatoes are hard on our gut too, the polyphenols in it, especially if you do bread or your noodles and spaghetti sauce together. That's irritable bowel and I forget what they call it when we get perforations in your gut and your intestines, the holes in it and stuff. I forget what that's called now.
Leaky gut or something like that.
Yeah, leaky gut.
Yeah.
And that's the start of any problems you can think of. Probably the problems you're having: overweight, heart issues, diabetes, high blood pressure, mind problems. It links into, you name it. Like me, problems I'm having right now. I ate cake twice today, and it's probably why my mind's like. I hadn't been eating eggs like I was. I was eating at least 3 eggs a day, and I can tell it.
You know, it's just crazy on what's gone on for, I'd say, at least 200 years on the way things used to be up until now. So it's kind of amazing to look back on how they worked everything and all that. I watched a documentary on TV one time here that when Rockefeller basically got him to outlaw all the natural stuff, and that was 1910. So that's where our problems really started, was 1910 and everything, and up until today. So that's kind of what I think the date is, when everything started going wacko.
Ridge Runner, I don't remember if I told you. Remember using lemon juice in that too. I don't know if I remember to tell you that or not.
The history I've been looking at, it started a lot longer ago than that. It goes and then it settles down for a little bit and then pops off again. And
yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, but that's the date that they gave in the documentary I watched. So
yeah,
it could have more than likely did. You know, they were probably more experiments than anything, and got results that says, hey, we can sell this stuff.
Yeah, I
And
think the
right,
big panic came in at that time you're talking about. But I thought you meant overall. I'm sorry.
that's all right. And anybody now, I don't know when the official deal was on it. Anybody that claims a cure or says it cures this or that, like vitamins and stuff or supplements and everything, it's against the law to use the word cure because nothing that the FDA has cures anything.
Yeah.
They just they just don't want to be outdone is what it amounts to, the way I see it. So
Poor Cindy. Hopefully she has somebody
I,
bringing her good stuff in. But yeah, they serve all that crap at all those facilities, schools, all over the place. But that's the one thing I miss here. There was this man that started a food program during the summer for the kids. 3 days a week, they could go to the church and get a home cooked meal, and it was home cooked. People would volunteer to work in the kitchen, and I did it a few times, and it was all free, just so the kids would have a good lunch 3 days a week. He passed away from cancer, and it just stopped, and something we need to get started back again. I'm going to work on that.
did you have a pretty good gathering for that?
At first we didn't, but I kept advertising it like crazy and putting flyers up, and then yeah, the past 2 or 3 years of it, we had a pretty good crowd. Of course, I would go in there with all my grandkids and neighbor kids, and they even got to where they had the little church van go around picking kids up. It got to be so many.
That's good.
Yep.
It's just heartbreaking where we've had to go to these extremes and everything when we're supposed to have the most food and prosperity in the nation here, and we got to stoop that low to get people on the right track. I guess that's what you call it.
Well, yeah, a lot of people don't pay attention to the newspaper because it was advertised in there, and a lot of people don't have Facebook. We have a lot of Hispanic families around us that just may not know. And
yeah,
so it was just getting the word out, and especially in the lower income areas. But that's why I would take the kids, was they loved it. It was just being around other kids, and they'd play games with them and stuff while we were there. Outside they have a basketball court. It's fellowship, just like you said.
let them burn some energy off. By the time they get home, it's a little more manageable too, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
Win-win all the way around, the way I see it, Monty.
Mm-hmm. It was. I enjoyed it. The kids were great, and
yeah.
they're all growing up now, but they remember. seed's been
Yep.
planted.
If some of them are still around, you might approach them to see if they might be interested in helping or something later, since they were helped when they were younger, pay it forward or something.
That's true. That's a good idea. Oh, we've got so much going on right now, though. It's
What's the people coming around going to do for you? I heard part of it, but not all of it.
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
Supposed to have some type of inspector or something coming around. It's something you said earlier that I heard.
Yeah, he's the site inspector for the home. And so he's going to look at the property because first thing they have to do is pour a slab. And so he's going to see how level it is and exactly where it's going to go, probably stake it out.
Is it for a mobile home or a slab home?
It's partially site built.
Okay. Kind of a fabricated home they bring in and finish off, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's doing all these special things that I've requested for free. And so there'll be a ramp for my mother and walk-in showers. That wasn't included. Just more things that'll be handicap accessible.
Yeah.
If she does move in or later on, you never know.
Yeah, if something happens, what are you going to do with their house?
Then theirs will be completely cleared out, cleaned up, and hopefully the family of 4 will be moving into it.
Okay.
Is the plan. We'll see what happens. If not, it can be rented or whatever to help pay for what we're doing. But I would be really, really, really picky.
Oh, yes. You gotta be, man.
Yeah. She got rid of all the cats. Yay. Well, okay, got them all out of the house.
Okay. Yeah, I've got 2 here. That's enough for me.
Did you guys see that that guy that rammed at the White House out there with the U-Haul?
No.
They're calling him a white supremacist, and now it's showing his charges have been downgraded. Let's see, where's it at? Charged with threatening to kill, kidnap, or inflict harm on a president, vice president, family member, as well as assault with a dangerous weapon, reckless operation of a motor vehicle, trespassing, and destruction of federal property, U.S. Park Police said. His federal charges have been downgraded to a single count of depredation of property of the United States in excess of $1,000.
So why did they downgrade it?
Because he's not a white supremacist. His name is Kandula. He looks like he's Indian.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Where's the Secret Service at?
Now, if he's blue or green-eyed and blonde hair, brown hair, he'd have been a terrorist or whatever.
Just think if we did that, Chuck.
Be under the jail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell, if we'd have been across the street and seen it happen, we'd have been put away like the January people.
You were in on it. Yeah.
They'd probably shoot us, and their reason to be just because I can.
That's like Ron DeSantis coming out saying that all his stuff with build the wall and supporting Trump and all that was just satire. He was joking. He's another joke.
Yep. All theater is what it is. It's all theater.
Yeah.
It is. And so that's where we're at now, is I try to stay out of it. Keeps popping up on my phone, and so I'll save it or send it to the kids, but it's, you don't know what to believe anymore. That's coming across through the Congress, through the news, through the anything. And so it's just like, all we can do is do our best where we're at, try to get as self-sufficient as we can. That's what I'm doing.
My mom died in 2018. God rest her soul, believing wholeheartedly that the news couldn't be lies because there's laws against that.
Yeah, my mom is sort of there.
That's all part of being blue pilled. That's all part of being brainwashed.
Status quo, that's what they're used to, and it's hard to change.
Silver Girl, you talking about they whited all these blue eyes, and I seen that one picture where they changed it. Let's see if I can find a picture of him real quick.
Oh, I saw that. Somebody put that up as a meme. Was it Big Chap or Native Voice? One of those.
I just had it a minute ago. Let's see.
Lightened his skin some even.
Yeah. Here it is. Let me get it out here. Here you go.
Yep, that's the picture I saw. Kind of messed with his lips there, and
skin tone, eyes color.
Yep, the mustache. Yep.
Is it live or is it Memorex?
It's Photoshop.
Yep.
I subbed to Drops. That's pretty cool if they sell stuff. And
there's just some play on words. Realize, real lies. It's too good to be true. It probably is. I don't know how well y'all be able to see this. This is showing what stacks of money, how much money that area, that acreage that would cover. Let's see. The very top. Let me get out of this and I'll put the picture back up.
oh my goodness.
Better. The very top little square you see under it, I can't see what that says, but right above the yellow thing, the little square, that's 1 million next to it is 10 million, that long line with somebody sitting on top of it. Then the 1 billion is that looks like a parking lot. Then the 1 trillion is that right there with an airplane in it.
Good grief.
And 31.4 trillion at the very bottom, which is U.S. debt. It's showing a skyscraper there with all that next to it. How much? I'm guessing that's a skyscraper.
Looks like the Empire State Building, Chuck.
Let me get it in here and I'll blow it up to see.
Hey, Kim.
I can't make it out. It's I'm not sure if that's Trump's tower or what that says, but it's saying 1,400 feet high. Let's see, the January 2023 debt is equivalent to about 94,000 per citizen. That very top part is $10,000 is right there under where it says U.S. debt is the first little line standing up next to a person. Then the rows standing next to that one person is 100,000. Then it goes to 1 million. And it gives the dimensions all on it.
That is crazy. Yeah, and what T-Girl said, I think, no, not T-Girl, sorry. Silver Girl. About the Social Security.
Yeah, they're saying there's going to be 2 checks this next month, which ain't no different other than the fact that they're sending out the upcoming month. July's will be on the weekend because check day is on a Sunday, so they'll put it out that Friday.
You know, mine's on the 3rd of each month.
Yeah.
Same here. And the 3rd is on a Saturday this month. So we'll get ours Friday on the 2nd. Let's see.
Next month is on a Monday. We could get it on the 30th also.
Yeah, they're saying it's supposed to be early. I don't know if Monday and that is a holiday or not. So.
And what T-Girl said, I mean, I'm sorry, Silver Girl, I keep calling you T-Girl. T-Girl, you're on my mind. That it's for SSI only, not SSA, like disability. Or I think that's what I got out of it. I sent it to you, didn't I?
Yeah, it's SSI only. I don't think SSDI falls under it, but they say it falls under both. But
Well, I don't get SSI. So there you go.
Yeah, if we didn't make it a certain amount on SSDI, we could collect both.
yeah, drops. We don't. It's good you don't have to lock your doors, but I don't lock my doors for security in house. I lock my doors for security on the people on the outside. That keeps them safe. Kind of like the gorilla cages.
Yeah.
These doors are locked for your protection. Yeah, I'm not real sure. Mine's on the 17th. So
Yeah, it probably won't affect our generation, but the next. That there won't be any.
yeah, drops. Mine was forced on me 13 years ago. Got hit by sitting at a red light, got hit by a drunk, filled up driver playing with their phone going 75 on a back road. I'd much rather work. I miss working so bad. My wife come home. It sucked today. I miss so much saying that I had a shitty day. My boss sucked. Work sucks. I want to quit. I hate that place. I miss that so much.
Same, Ridge Runner. Yeah, I keep my doors locked. I'm in a really small town, but still, there's traffic.
Me too. I'm on a corner though. The only bad thing. So.
Yep.
Neighborhood and on a corner. It's a highway. It's called, but it's 2-lane. But once you get about a block up from here at 70 mile an hour, 75 mile an hour, something like that.
That's the scary part. High-speed chases.
Oh yeah, I have them around here all the time coming from Louisiana.
Yep. When we were going to my mama's, we saw such a bad wreck out there. And I don't even know how it happened, but they hadn't even gotten the EMS out there yet or anything. It didn't look good. It looked really, really bad. I don't look. I was like looking the other way, and the girls were all, man, look at the car. And I turned to look at the car, and just when I saw it, I was like, this is not good. And then I'm like, oh, I think I see somebody laying there. And I'm like, could y'all just quit giving me details? I don't need it.
I hadn't been out here 6 months where I'm at, and they had a police chase come through here. The dude tried to corner and ended up hitting because it got this little, it's like along the edge of the road, you got that concrete thing that gives it like a 6-inch curb.
Yes.
Well, a motorcycle was cutting through the road in front of me and hit that highway, and he's trying to go back towards town, I guess, or he lost control. But anyway, he slid sideways on his motorcycle, hit that curb.
Oh my goodness.
Flipped off the motorcycle flipped. They said there was dope and pills and money and stuff scattered out there. All I could see when I was watching, I could see him looking at stuff on the ground because I heard it when it happened, ran out. I seen it look like trash, but I seen 2 cops and the lady on the other side of the road from me chasing this guy around in the cyclone fenced area. Looked like something off of Benny Hill, and he finally dove over the fence on the furthest end of their property away from me, and he got his feet hung up in the barbed wire fence, and he still kept struggling trying to get away, and they said he was all jacked up on the stuff he had. So.
That was the motorcyclist that was running?
Yep.
After laying a bike over?
Yep, they said he hit that curb at about 75, and I heard it. I heard the motorcycle wham, and I heard whoop. Then you hear the motorcycle wind up like the wheel ain't on the ground. Then you hear a bunch of commotion, crash. By the time I got out on the porch, it looked like 2 people with firecrackers chasing a chicken. But it wasn't no shooting. It was just the way he was just jumping all over, run, jump all over, move back and forth, run. And like, I now watched him run and jump, and I'm like, yeah, he's not going to clear that fence. The next thing you see him one around and one climb over, and you can hear a big commotion. Sit down, stay down, stay down, stay down.
Like a Laurel and Hardy police.
Time no see.
With black lights. Yeah, the high-speed chases here don't end well at all, ever. And the ones that do it on a motorcycle, I'm blown away. They're going over 100 miles an hour and just zipping in and out of the traffic. And it's usually a man and a woman in shorts and flip-flops or whatever, no protection whatsoever. And they end up hitting the rear end of a car or something and fly. And even the cars, when they're having a high-speed chase, it's usually all north of me, but sometimes they will come down this way.
Yeah, where I live over here, the government has a monopoly on the corruption. You're not allowed to go against that.
They don't want the competition.
Yeah, that's their job, not yours.
That's where I'm moving. Where I can't wait to get out there. No sirens, no craziness, no nothing. It's just peace and quiet. Nothing around there. I saw the deer back and I was like, yes. And then my brother was saying, I threw away a whole bag of deer corn that was ripped open. And I said, no, I want to feed the deer. And he said, no. And I said, who died and made you boss? Come in from California and tell us what to do. No. Not happening. There you go, Drops. City councilmen have some pull. Moose. Yeah, we don't have moose here. Whitetail and axis. Wild hogs running all over the place. I'm gonna have to research how you figure their age. Oh my goodness. 15-foot bull moose. I can't even imagine seeing that. And as many people as if they hit deer in their cars here, and they're already totaled from that sometimes. Cannot even imagine hitting something bigger. Mostly, though, they hit hogs and loose livestock and I think that's what my cousin in Alaska gets, moose and elk. Chuck, you know you're muted. Just making sure. All of a sudden. Did I talk over him?
I don't think so.
Okay. Just making sure he's not just making me talk by myself here.
I'm just listening right now, kind of.
I'm rolling a cigarette.
Oh, okay. Wow. A doe, 200 pounds.
That's a big doe.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Cindy.
Yeah, I saw a video the other day of a bear chasing after a moose's baby, and the mama moose went after that bear, and that bear looked little compared to, and they said how big it was, and I can't remember how big the bear was, but it was big. But that moose towered over that bear. That bear didn't want no part of that mama moose.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they can. Well, even just the whitetail. I've seen when wild animals attack or whatever, and I've never seen it personally. I've been able to get them pretty tame, but those hooves can do some damage if they start. You know what I watched last night? It was called The Mother on Netflix. Have you ever heard of it?
I haven't. I don't think.
No, I haven't either, Bonnie.
It had J-Lo in it. It was the first one that popped up whenever I opened it up, and so I was like, well, I'll check it out and see what it's about. I can always turn it off, and nope, I watched it till the end. Had to see.
I think Vicky watched that. Let's see. Is that the newest movie she put out? And
I don't know. She looks pretty rough. I kept thinking, man, that sounds like her, but I don't know if it's her because she looks.
is that the one where she took her daughter up to Alaska and was hiding her out there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I watched that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. Didn't think I'd ever see her playing the role of a badass, but she was definitely.
Hey, Redneck.
Redneck.
Redneck Prepper's up there.
I don't see it on either one.
It should be on the. He's let's see.
It's a one-liner, Bonnie.
5, 6, 7. About the 8th one up, he said, "Sup, y'all."
Oh, I see it on YouTube. Okay. How come I don't see him in StreamYard? That is so weird. Oh, there he is. Okay. Hi, Redneck Pepper.
Hey, Redneck, how you doing tonight?
Yeah, I keep telling Chuck, I know there's a lot of people that can't sleep like me. This is when we should be live, late at night. Even if we fall asleep, just leave the chat open and let them talk.
Yeah, somebody call me if you hear me mumbling and shit.
We'll mute. It's okay, I've heard people pass out and snore and make all kinds of noises. That's life.
Yeah, that time I fell asleep talking to y'all, and I forget what it was. Somebody said that they heard me, not the hose. I'm like, what? I didn't say that. And he was like, no, you didn't say that.
That's funny because I've seen what some people do with the hose to their kids. It's like, oh Lord, they have medicine for that. Cindy, it's funny you said that because there was one night I was like, okay, I'm going to be good. I am going to start getting sleep at night and not being up till 5 in the morning. And so I went to bed it was about 4:30, wide awake. And I was like, oh no, that did not just happen. And I couldn't get sleep for anything after that. So it's better to just stay awake till I can't stay awake any longer, and then I go to sleep, and then I can get 7 hours.
And me, I'm like, okay, I need to get some sleep. Boom, I'm out.
I don't know how you do that.
Hypnotize myself and then listen to the murder mystery.
And that just wouldn't do it for me. Chuck,
Yeah, somebody we know said that's scary.
yes, you're like the only person ever that I've heard say that.
Vicky says she can't. When she falls asleep in here on the couch, I got that on. It gives her the weirdest dream.
Excuse me a minute.
Yep, I'm commercial for the ID channel. Put Chuck to sleep. Yeah, Kim, that's me. My mind goes 1,000 miles an hour. 5 different things. I overthink everything until I kick back and I don't know why. I listen to the droning voices on that show. It slows everything down and I focus on just that. And I'm not even really hearing what it says and it puts me to sleep.
You know, the best prescription I had to slow my brain down was Klonopin and things. But my doctor, one of them, I was taking pain pills with it. I'd been on them 5-6 years, the combo there, and everything didn't have a problem. But protocol says you can't mix benzodiazepine with narcotics. So
yeah, certain ones, especially like the ones that they use, the narcotic they use to take people off the methadone and stuff.
Yeah.
If people abuse it or do something wrong or some too much of it builds up, that's like an instant death cocktail.
Yeah, the way she talked, it only takes one to do something like that. You don't have no more chances. And I commend her, you know, protocol, and she told me it only takes one, and I feel real bad if I left it alone and something happened to you. Is what she told me. So I commend her for that, looking out for you. A lot of doctors won't.
Yeah, I was on the Z sounding thing and oxycodone for 9 years, and the two together is close to the same thing. And I just quit going to the doctor. I couldn't deal with what the stuff was doing to me. It wasn't helping pain. It was causing issues. I was having weird dreams. Couldn't sleep from the Xanny things. That, and I got tired of taking all those poisons, and I just quit going. And my doctor called me and said, "You quit coming?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, what happened?" I said, "I just quit taking all of it. I'm done taking all that stuff." He goes, "You know that could kill you. You've been on it this long, just stopping like that." And I'm like, well, I went through a couple of days. I couldn't sleep, was real irritable, and didn't feel right. But a lot of my problems I had went away in my joints, so I still get stuff to it, but that's arthritis and stuff. But I don't hurt near as bad not taking any of that stuff now that I did before, but I still feel lousy back problems and all that. It's just I don't have all the extra.
Now, my main issue right now is the stamina part of it. 10-15 minutes doing anything. I can barely stand up for 15 minutes holding my body up where I got to go sit down or lay down or I'm going to go down is what the problem is with me right now and what my hematologist told him, because I asked him with what all's going on and everything, would that answer part of what's happening to me? You know, I just told him the same thing I told you, and his answer was more than likely yes. And okay, let's try to fix this, you know, because I don't like living like this. I don't have no quality of life whatsoever. Some days I can drive, some days I can't.
Yeah, my neighbor across the street, he's almost 80. And he's telling me about that a while back about, he goes, start off from your front porch to your mailbox, just walk back and forth. And he goes, get to where you don't have no issues doing that a few times, then come off the porch and walk to my mailbox back and forth a few times. He goes, pretty soon you'll be able to walk half a mile up the road. He goes, focus on a little point. He goes, but make sure that you don't wait when you get there that you're so damn give out. He goes, go little places each time and get used to that, then move a little further up. He goes, but always remember, don't try to walk from here to half a mile up the road and get tired and then turn around and come back, because somebody will find you in the ditch.
Yeah, that's like
understand that.
When I couldn't leave the house for 2 years, and then started. That's the way they had me do, is just out the front door, but it ended up out at the street, but it was just walking back and forth in front of the house, so that if anything happened, I was right there and the kids would see me.
I've got a tattletale around my neck where it'll call a control center out in California, and if I'm real bad or if I can get to it, I can hold it in, and it'll call 911 locally here in town and get help that way. But that goes with me everywhere I go and everything like that. So it's a miniature one-way telephone is what it is through Verizon. It's a company that phone company they utilize and everything. So I haven't really had to use it yet, but I've got it just in case is what it is. Everything. So, but like I say, it's $34 a month and haven't used it yet. So I'm really not getting my money's worth without using it, but at least it's a safety net for me.
Good to have it not needed than need it not have it.
Yeah.
Well, I need to know what that log lettuce is and that GABA, Huckleberry said. But what Hawk was talking about, the seizures, that's, for some reason, I think I'm prone to those now. Because I've been trying to get off of this one pharmaceutical, and when you get stressed, weird things start happening. There's nothing to stress about now, though, right?
My main thing is I've got to have so much shit to stress about. I don't even think about any of it because it doesn't help. I'll deal with it if it comes up or when it goes and try to be ready for things, but I don't dwell on it.
Yeah.
If I dwell a little bit, my mind races with it, and the next thing you know, yeah.
Yeah, I was. And then it was like, that's where your faith comes in. It's, for me, I just have to stand strong in faith, and he's my guide. But when it's right here in my face, 4 women living together, it can get a little crazy sometimes. All different ages.
Do they keep the same hours you do, or does it vary with everybody?
It kind of varies. There's one that I don't even know if she ever sleeps. And so she likes to sit in here and talk to me. And there's times when I'm just like, okay, good night. You can sit there and talk to yourself, but I'm done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that wild lettuce she's talking about, some of that I know it looks like kind of like dandelion green, some of it.
Oh,
You said wild lettuce, the first thing popped into my mind was devil's lettuce, and it's talking about pot, but that ain't it.
yeah, that's what I thought too. Kim. At times, yes.
Yeah, I know God ain't gonna give me no more than I can handle, so I don't dwell on stuff.
I just look at it as a test of what he does and everything. You know, get one problem solved and keep thinking it's a test because I keep getting things to solve in my life, so I must be doing something right.
You're the problem solver.
Yeah,
Think you
I don't
unique.
look at it as a, like I say, a pity party. You know, this shouldn't happen to me. Why me? You know, and all the other adjectives that go along with it. Stuff. I just look at it as a test. You know, with the other way, what really can you do about it? It's already done. Just keep going forward instead of having a pity party. You know, I'm not going to kid you. I've had my share of pity parties and stuff, and I probably could still have one. Depends on the severity of the situation. But I try to
Yeah.
look at it optimistically. It's a test, and keep passing the test. And here comes another one.
Yeah, the pity stuff you're talking about having it doesn't put you in any better place. That's me after I got hurt. That's why I learned to laugh about it now. But
Yeah.
I just hate hearing people talk about how sucky their job is and they hate their life because of their job. I said, wait till you can't work.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Well, my problem is I always feel like I have to be in control. And so, like you're saying, solving the problem. So I'm constantly looking for a solution. Okay, this can't happen. So this is, I gotta fix this and this and this and this. And I can put my list a mile long if I keep thinking like that. So then it's like, okay, what do I absolutely have no control over? And that shortens the list a whole lot because we don't have control over what's going on. There's no way to control it.
Yeah,
I don't,
Go ahead, Bonnie. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say I don't have a 40,000 army behind me.
Yeah, my main problem is I play the what if game too much is what I do, and it gets me in trouble. And the heck of it is none of it ever comes to pass. But I sure play the what if game and everything like I'm bored. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I used to do that. I got out of that. Sorta. Once in a while it'll pop up.
Yeah, I'm like you. I don't do it as much as I did, but I still do it at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're thinking and digging around and looking into stuff that puts you in a bad place, put your mind in some weird places trying to overthink stuff. That's
Yeah.
my biggest problem.
Oh yeah.
I overanalyze and then dwell on stuff that I ain't got any control over. Let me find that. I'm trying to find that list of stuff.
Yeah, I do that, Cindy.
Yeah.
My faith is pretty strong, and it has helped a bunch.
Absolutely. There's a couple of videos I'm going to share either tomorrow or Saturday that they're really good motivational. Hopefully.
Looks like your computer's hanging in there, Bonnie.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but so far tonight it is. Well, here lately it kind of has been, but I forgot to put something under it tonight. Now it is.
Okay.
Here's your list of stuff. Let's see if I can pull this up. Avoid the red part because lycopenes and polyphenols that are in tomatoes. But this is a list of how. Share it.
Nancy Debs, good to see you.
Hey, Deb.
Looks like she might have got moved.
I don't know if you can see that. The greens, the glutein and an antioxidant that reinforces. It's good for your vision. Potassium, vitamin C, vitamin K, and folic acid with vitamin K. If you've got circulation problems, it's a clotting thing, so that might be bad. But then your green, orange, purple, and your whites is the best thing, and do it naturally. Your reds, lycopenes and polyphenols in the tomatoes, that's hard on your gut, just like flour and stuff. And one of the things you can do, you cut bread out and tomato stuff out for a while and eat more cabbages, lettuce, garlic, and onions, and stuff like avocados and green beans, and a lot of asparagus and all that stuff's really good for you, and other lettuces besides iceberg. Squash family is good for you, and carrots too.
Yep.
Yeah, I love my eggs, and the eggs, as bad as they say they are for you. You ever notice any doctor, hospital, whatever, if they got people coming out of being sick or what have you, the first thing, solid food they try to get through you is eggs because they got so much good for them in you.
Yes, eggs are good for you, no matter what they say.
Organic farm eggs instead of that shit the stores have.
They would just do some looking backwards. Our ancestors came across the prairie and settled and stuff. What do you think they ate all the time on their farm and everything else, and they were around for quite a while and everything, and all of that, I don't see what's really different except, the corporation wants control of us. Everything is what it amounts to. But if we did the same thing they did and what the Orientals have done for centuries and everything, that's what we need to do. But everybody's, programmed for the other stuff.
Yeah.
Another thing good for your stomach and all that is strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries. I'll make blender of that with like apple juice, or I'll put water and honey in it to sweet if you don't have apple juice. Drink one of those in the morning before you put anything else on your stomach, and it's good to help heal your all the way from down your throat to out your behind.
Job's Family Garden, and he's got it going on.
Yeah, 40 chickens, you average anywhere from 20 to 40 eggs a day then.
Yep. Helps out with the food banks. That's great. And I guess Deb made it to New York. Way to go, Deb. Yep.
Well, the high point, Deb, is when everybody starts running away from up there, you'll have plenty of room. It seems like everybody that way and away to the west as far as you can go are headed this way.
Yep. And I don't know why. Well, never mind. I won't go there.
Yeah, arsenic, apple seed.
Yeah. So the seeds in the tomatoes too, they don't dissolve. I can see that because so many people I know get that what's it called? Is it diverticulitis?
Yeah, that all stems from leaky gut and
Yes.
IBS.
But then when you have that, you can't have any kind of seeds or even like pinto beans, the shell off of that, or one of my friends had it. Yeah, Cindy, I saw that, but I saw where the mayor's trying to put them out in further away counties up north where there's more room.
Yeah, because everybody coming this way, and then you got everybody coming north across the border.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have to find somewhere to run towards where it snows, I guess.
Well, I think I'm going to bail on you guys and everything and try to get a nap in before I got to go driving in the morning and everything to see this other doctor and see what we're going to do and go from there. I'll just say good night. Much love, everybody. And chat, it's good to see y'all in chat. Everything. But I'm going to try to do this more often and everything. Try to get myself out of this hole and stuff. I ain't all the way down, but I'm close, so I need to do something constructive. Again, good night, guys. Much love, and you guys take care and be good.
You take care too, please. You be careful.
I will. Yeah, if I find out anything, get more updates, I'll jump on and at least let you guys know what's happening. From then on, I don't know how long I'll stay, but at least I can give you the update.
Yeah, like I told you, holler at me anytime, man.
I'll do that, Chuck, and things. I appreciate it and everything. So, well, good night, guys. Much love. Take care.
Take it easy,
bud. Bye-bye.
Bye. Sorry, Chuck. What were you saying?
No, I just tell them take it easy. See, I'm talking about castor oil. I got a big thing over here, and just Wyatt's been using that and smoking, and maybe I need to think about getting him out there at sunset and sunrise and looking up in the sky. So maybe it'll help him too. But he said he's seeing better now. You can make out across the room. He can make out the TV. He's seeing stuff color now. He said it got to where it was like black and white. He said what little bit he could see, and that was like from 6 inches to a foot away holding his phone, but he could sort of make out the stuff on it. It's better, he said, over the past few days, but he's also been using that castor oil and smoking regular. And a buddy of mine gave him a few gummies, and he's taking that sometimes. He said it's helping his eyes. Where it's better. It's not a big better, but he said that from the point it was, him being able to see from his hand in front of his face to the 10 feet or so across the room to the TV, that he can make out people on there and stuff now.
Wow. So he's using the black castor oil in his eyes, or just regular?
It's organic castor oil. I got it at Walmart. Can't find it black. I need to order it offline, but I'm not sure if it's black castor oil or not. It just says castor oil, and it's an organic bottle.
Organic castor oil.
Rubs it on his eyes, and he gets like a drop to put in his eyes. And he said it makes his eyes feel weird and blurry for a little while. He's supposed to do it and then go to sleep. So.
Well, when you said that one gets rid of cataracts, I was like, hey.
Yeah. Cataract healing. You got duct problems, it's supposed to help. Floaters, it's supposed to get rid of all kinds of stuff.
I've just never seen the black. I don't know where that is. A drop said black seed oil.
He also last week had an issue, and they said his potassium was high. But I didn't realize, but he ate a bunch of damn pickles.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like some that them boys of mine are something with pickles. Remember them great big jars of pickles you used to get that had them, looks like miniature cucumbers in them almost. Some of them could be 3 or 4 inches long in the jar, or
yes.
bigger.
My mother had to get me a gallon every week.
them boys of mine would wreck one of them in a couple days.
Yep. Yeah, I just had the girls get me some pickles. I was like, I need sour. And
good night, Cindy.
It's called
Take care.
sauerkraut.
Do good.
Night, Cindy. Castor in a brown bottle is supposed to be better. Thank you, Kim.
I'll show you.
I don't think I've seen it in a brown bottle.
This I got at Walmart.
Oh, okay, that's a brown bottle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Pretty good size. I don't remember how much is in it. 16-ounce bottle. I forget what I paid for it. $5-6, something like that. That's good. If you got scarring or something you're trying to heal on you or whatever. They say moles, skin tag, warts, all that. It's supposed to. Supposedly, I ain't gonna say it does. It's supposed to get rid of them.
Keeping you in prayers, Cindy.
I was talking to her, Silver, and we were talking back room and decided to go with a live. Trying to figure out what's going on with everybody. They started killing wrenches on people, and next thing everybody's just hiding.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of misunderstanding, or a lot of us are really set in our ways, and a little hard to bend, but sometimes it's necessary to get along. It's just, I mean, Chuck and I are night and day. Here we are. Most of my friends we're all just different. Different's good.
Fixing my mic stand, it did something stupid.
Drops, can we find your wife's channel through yours?
Huh?
I was talking to Drops. Drops Family Garden. Hopefully his YouTube has all his information. Get a hold of him. Uh-oh. She got banned on YouTube. Like 2 week or... Hey, Garrett. We're always up late.
Just making noises through the mic.
Little.
I had it bolted onto this little table, a stand, and I moved it. And I looked, the pads that hold it under to keep it from sliding were sliding out from under it.
Yeah.
I moved it, and the mic or the camera went flying. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, it still works. It's on the floor somewhere.
2 months ago on all Google stuff. I don't know how my channel's still up. Well, all of us. It's gotten to where we just say it. Just say it.
Me too. I'm so cheery. Here's what I think.
Fuck 'em.
The YouTuberish language was getting too hard, and now everybody just says it. Just someone will be on panel and say something, and they're like, "Oops, sorry." And it's like, it doesn't matter. But if it took down Google everything, geez, that would be my Gmail. That'd be everything. I'd have to start a whole new everything. Oh, it didn't take down Gmail. That's good. Well, I don't know how I'm going through within their guidelines, Garrett. I mean, people cuss. Everything that I heard that was not allowed has been done. I should knock on wood because you never know. They may go back 2 years and, yeah.
Yeah, my middle son, again, is talking to Vicky about it. Dad says some of the harshest, coldest things about when things are going on. And she goes, why are you worried about when he says stuff? You should be worried when he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
As long as he's complaining to you and bitching about it, he's concerned. And when he wipes his hands of you, he won't say anything. It's hard to be that way, but here's one for you.
There you go. Push it to the limit. It's funny how they never put the C one in there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Isn't it wild that people are so afraid of germs but will gladly consume carcinogens, toxins, pesticides, and harmful chemicals on a daily basis in their food, drink, skin, and home body care without even batting an eye?
Yes. I have a daughter like that.
It's like I told Vicky about all this stuff, the shampoos and stuff we have. The same thing that they put in Dawn, commercial degreasers, all that's the same basic stuff. The shampoo's got it, toothpaste have it in it, hand soap, bar soap. It's just levels of how much of the stuff is in it.
Yeah.
So the same stuff that you get in the car degreaser to degrease your engine that's got gunk buildup on it, it's the same stuff. You wash your hair and your body and your teeth, and except the fluoride. But if you're low on fluoride, you can always take Prozac.
Not taking Prozac.
Did you know that stuff is? See if I got that label on it here. I don't remember how far back that was. Here it is.
Yeah, I need to figure out a way to make shampoo. Know how to make the laundry soap and stuff, but wow. Yep.
Fluoxetine hydrochloride. Yep, drops 100%. That stuff's bad. Grandma's old bar of lye soap better for you.
Rip your skin right off. Don't need any shampoo. Just the soap. I've seen that done.
Yeah, fluoride, that's a big thing in that about that, dementia and Alzheimer's. Ain't that amazing? They give you something to calm your brain down, and it calms it down all right.
Zombie.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. A long time ago, they tried to put me on. I was at the mental place. Please admit me. And they said, no. Get off of that. We have some people that make, I need to find them. They used to sell it locally, but someone from California bought that place and they don't sell all the good stuff anymore. We have a lot of lavender farms here, and so they make the soaps out of lavender. They make everything out of lavender. Did you know you could eat lavender?
Yeah, I've heard of them putting it in chocolate. I think I had it years ago.
Yeah, they put it in muffins. They put it in everything.
It was, I think, white chocolate, and it looked almost purple.
Cold tar soap. Never heard of that one.
Yeah, was that the real packs where you had that eclipse on?
Yes.
It's funny, I didn't have it until we got on here talking about it and showed it. Now it showed up in my YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So how do we buy her soap? That's what I'm hoping. It's through your channel link. That's cool. On Frugal TV, I don't think I've seen that one yet. Sorry, I'm writing it down. I'll forget.
Teacher of the Year is in trouble for inappropriate relationship with students.
I saw that a couple of days ago. Yeah. They arrested her.
The two brothers are did a video on it today.
Bragging about it or what?
They did a video on YouTube, the Hodge twins.
Oh, okay. He lives in Cali. I have a stepsister up in Washington State, but I don't know exactly what area it's in. I guess she would be no, not a half sister. Silver Girl, I don't know. I don't know why they only do it 3 nights. But that's where my half sister lives, Washington State.
Tell you 2 places everybody out there is wanting to do limited gardening at home or whatever, going to do raised beds, buckets, wherever. one of the places to look at is called Carrots Love Tomatoes. They got stuff online about it, and the other one is Square Foot Gardening, I think. Yeah, Square Foot Gardening.
Okay. Spokane area. I have a niece that lives around Spokane. It's a small world. We got a lot of West Coast people. That's why they're still awake. Hawk is on the West Coast, Oregon. D, California. I think Cindy's up in Washington, isn't she?
I think.
I think so, and Silver Girls. Yep, Silver Girls in Washington. I have a cousin up in Alaska.
Yeah, I saw that, Garrett. Everything's music and karaoke.
Yeah. And I like the music.
I rarely listen to any music anymore. My son was over the other day, kept music up and all that, and then on his phone, and I'm like, what do you think of this? I'm like, Cody, I don't listen to music hardly anymore.
Oh, I do.
I should, but I don't even turn the radio on in the car and the truck anymore.
Yeah, it depends on how many people are in the car. If it's just me and my granddaughter, we crank it up. And if there's more, then everybody's talking and can't hear it. Just turn it off.
Yeah, Garrett, it's been a while since I've done any live or been on anywhere. Oh, I like this. I'm going to save this.
Eddie Gannon. Oh yeah, I subbed to him. I didn't see that he was live. I'll have to go back and look. I think he sub was there. Chuck, you see that last comment?
Hold on, I'll jump back. The word politics is derived from the word poly, meaning many, and the word ticks, meaning blood-sucking parasites.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, I think you and Drops are about the same age.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Here's one for you, a video. I'll put it up. I'll look at that in a second, Lonnie. I'll see
Okay.
what stuff I grabbed that y'all might like. Who said it now? Which one?
Drops. Well, you just a grumpy old man like me, Chuck.
Here you go. You might find this funny. Talking about what we were talking about earlier about the white supremacist.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
So, girl, I saw that about Dolly Parton. And I listened to the song. That surprised me. Shouldn't.
There you go, Bonnie. Here's a nice way of saying it. Proper English. Fuck us about and find us out. One I was laughing so hard about, it's kind of demented humor, but it said it's not waterboarding if you use diesel.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's wrong, but
And I guess that would go in a different category.
yeah, Chuck's humor. Purchasing the book 1984, living it for free. You have to know about the book to know it's messed up.
It is.
The bad thing, 1984 was written in the 40s or 50s.
Look, you and drops have to be related. There you go. Dane, Swede, Viking. Cool.
Yeah, that's me. Drops. I'm 58. My hair's long, and I still got all of it. I'm a pissy, sarcastic asshole, but I mean well, and I'm thoughtful of other people until they give me a reason not to be.
Don't you have Viking in you? You know what you...
My mom's half Czech, and there's no telling what my grandmother's side I know is a lot of odd Eastern European, and I got American Indian, and I'm not sure about some of it.
Yeah. Oh, you even look similar. There you go. It's amazing the people we find on here.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, doesn't it bother you when so-and-so says this and that? I'm like, I want to make sure what somebody's saying is true. But if it's something about me being a prick about something or whatever, most time it is true. I don't talk about shit behind nobody's back. I don't call people out on nothing. I'll avoid them. Somebody asks something, I'll say, yeah, so-and-so, I know this much. But, oh, so then they're like, oh, so you judge people if they do dumb shit. I'm like, well, after so many chances, yeah. I've learned many of the friends I thought I had over the years when I couldn't do anything to help anybody that I was kicked to the curb pretty much. I rate people how they treat others that can do nothing for them.
Goodness, Pops. How tall are you, Drops? Just curious. See if y'all are the same height. Sorry. Do what? Six one. Okay.
Yeah, I'm 6'7". My wife's 5'1".
Four 11. Goodness. Excuse me.
The way I walk hunkered over anymore, you don't tell how tall I am. Probably about 6'3", 6'4". I still stand up and hit my head in the doorway, but I don't normally walk straight up like that anymore. It hurts.
Dang it.
Ugh. Yeah, not too many people jack with me either, too. One thing, I'm too old to fight fair, so. My models fuck around and find out. Hey, Larry.
Hello, Larry. Oh, he's not else. Have you been getting rain over there?
Oh, here?
Yeah. We have. I thought it would go towards you.
Need to get out there. I finally got out today and got some drill bits and ease out to get that broken bolt, hopefully out of that motor so I can put it on there. Finally got that pulley off.
It's good. Yeah, I've been going through boxes. Because my daughter keeps hitting what I have packed for hard times and using it. And I'm like, yes, please. Yeah, I was going through clothes today and bagging them up. And bagging up the winter clothes. I don't think I'll need those for quite a while. Going through boxes. Packing boxes. Excuse me just a second.
That's kind of like my wife, Garrett. Everybody, like, we know what to expect from Chuck. His wife's a different story. She's little and crazy, so she ain't afraid of him, so you better fear her. when she was younger. She's like a little spider monkey. She'd climb on somebody. Yeah, my wife don't have a whole lot of sense of humor either. And when I get pissed off, she likes saying shit like when I'm pissed off driving. And she's like, they can't hear a damn word you're saying. And I'm like, yeah, that's helping right now.
Sorry about that.
Hi, Chuck.
Hey.
Bonnie too came in.
How are you?
Still here, so I guess that's a good thing. Good for me, bad for others. I don't know.
Same.
Yay, me, I woke up.
What else can we do? So good.
Yeah, you used 2 drops. We'd get in a little spat and stuff, and she'd get all calm, and she'd be like, just go ahead and go to bed, and I'll be in there in a little while. I'm like, I'm not tired.
He weighs a ton. Canned foods. Canned foods. Yeah, that was supposed to be the next one I went through. Sorry. Oh, she's trying to move around my boxes to find rubbing alcohol. I'll mute. Just a second.
One thing I did find out that if your wife's pissed off and she has a knife in her hand, going and telling her to make you a sandwich doesn't work.
Oh, that reminded me of that sad story I heard. That 95-year-old lady with the walker and a steak knife. Doesn't that sound real threatening?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the cop thought so.
The new cop around here is starting to call it fast.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is. Solomon.
It's like the cop got pulled over this old lady, and he was asking her a bunch of stuff. I asked her if she had any weapons in the vehicle, and she goes, "Yes, sir. I got a 9mm in my purse, a .357 under the seat, and a .38 special in the glove box." He goes, "Man, what are you scared of?" She said, "I ain't scared of shit."
Oh, that's great.
What is it?
Oh, we got a new cop that thinks he's RoboCop or something.
Yeah, it's like the one we got here that wrote me that ticket.
Yep.
Yeah, he said he wanted to become a cop to basically burn this town down.
think it's
And
time for a city council meeting.
he is pulling everybody over for nothing.
And he won't be here long.
Well, when you do pull you over, make sure you turn your recorder on your phone on.
Right. And I might make a little post about that. Anonymous.
It's like the thing that pulled me over that gave me that ticket. Hair all like in a bun and it's all shaved under.
Was it a dude or a she that looked like a dude?
Trying to prove a point. She didn't have to do the way she did it. She could have warned me about it. She broke the same law coming after me. I should have fought it. It was too late. After when I went in there to talk to them about it, I could get it broken down into payments or go to, it's too late to go to court to do anything with it. Couldn't get a hold of nobody to talk to anybody about it. The police chief didn't want to talk about it. I went ahead and paid it. People like that, I wouldn't piss on if their guts is on fire. If she was in distress and off the side of the road dealing with somebody, I'd sit and watch. I wouldn't help her.
Dang.
She made her bed, let her lay in it. She's going to piss the wrong person off one day. It's a job. They got this big ego like they're in control of everything. Some of them do, not all of them. Some of them are really good people.
Yeah.
Some of them are on a power trip. What they don't realize, they get paid by our taxes, so that means they're everybody's employee.
Drops, that's true. I keep hearing it said. Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, pissed Vicky off the other day. She handed me some money. She goes, I know you don't have any cash on you. I said, what's this, my allowance? She's like, what the fuck's that supposed to mean?
He sounds so much like my son.
I'm like, it was a joke. I was picking with you. And she goes, oh. I'm like, okay, you're in a bad mood.
Brisket. That sounds good.
I don't know if I still got a brisket in the freezer. I might. I know I got 2 racks of ribs in there I need to pull out.
I haven't been able to afford a brisket in a long time. They went up on that like crazy.
Yep, all of it, and find it on sale and grab it, and it hits the freezer.
Yeah, Kim.
As I think it was in New Mexico or something here a while back, the damn cops went to the wrong house. The old man come, there was an elderly couple. He had a shotgun come to the door because the way they were beating on his house, he didn't know what was going on. They were at the wrong address. Let me emphasize that. It shows on the Ring thing, their doorbell, that over the radio said, no, it's not this address. It's that other address. You're at the wrong place. They continued to knock. The guy come to the door holding a shotgun. They shot him dead. Then shot his wife as she come to the door, irate, freaking out because they shot him.
Yeah, that's just crazy. But and have you heard a follow up on?
Huh?
Have you heard a follow up on that?
You know, it's been covered up, mopped up, changed. Bad thing is, it's all on multiple cameras. Ring camera, the first cop at the doors camera, another cop around the corners camera, and I think now even neighbors had something.
Yeah. You should be in jail. Or
That's like me with her. She asked if I had any weapons in there with me, and I said, yeah. And I left hand pointed towards my right side to point where it is. She backs away, putting her hand on her side. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I asked her, I said, what the hell are you afraid of? You got a gun on your side.
Yep. I don't know what has changed about them. I can remember here, man, and on foot, they'd be chasing people, and there was no hesitation. I guess because of all and that's another thing. Who knows what to believe about any of that even too. Look at what started all this. GF years ago. Criminal with the royal treatment. Can you say that, Drops?
Yeah, my whole idea to it. Yeah, I'm sorry, God, they died, or it died.
Yeah.
I think everybody just needs to be left the fuck alone, but no, they don't want that. If you want to be left alone, they need to be all in your shit. But all the ones that are on our payroll, they think they have a right to privacy. It's like owning a farm in your farm hands that you pay to come to your house and tell you what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see any of that here during all this, thankfully. But if that new one's got that attitude, if he made that comment for real, I don't know if my daughter heard it, but I have to tell her, don't be saying anything if it's just gossip.
Yeah, that icon up in the top right that I just changed, that's a cure for a lot of stuff. Periodic table.
Yep.
PV is lead.
All right. Now it's starting to go wacky. Am I staticky yet? Is that a yes?
I didn't hear you.
Am I roboting yet?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, drops. I'm not sure about around here who's what. I've been here 9-10 years and know one guy across the street, neighbor right next to me. I've seen him a few times, spoke to him a few times, don't even know his name. Lady across the street, a few issues having, even her door, she went to work and her door was wide open. I sent my son over to pull it shut and told him to keep an eye on it. Let her know about it. I can understand her being afraid, but you'd think she'd like to know her neighbors around her. But as far as that goes, and then across the street by my driveway, I know the guy over there somewhat. Another neighbor over here got one behind over here, but I'm not sure what anybody's position is. I know a lot of it's Trump, but or was. Not sure at all about what anybody's gotten with needles. So.
We have that.
I figure I'll start knowing that here in the next year, half a year or so, when that 3-year mark hits.
I thought it was 2. I guess it's up for debate. I almost put on Facebook today. Any of you men want to dress up like a woman, at least shave your beard. It's not attractive.
Nobody even better idea, just keep it to yourself.
Well, that too, but and then I was like, well, there's really none of those around here. It'd be kind of stupid to put it on Facebook. You're not going to see it. The ones who are doing the stupid.
A lot of the eggheads now are saying, well, you guys are old enough, you never were exposed to none of that. No, we never had to deal with the Klinger on MASH or Prince or Culture Club, Boy George, all the different ones that did all that flaunting it about and all. Yeah, that was there, but they had their place. They didn't shove it in our face saying, yeah, you need to have this, you need to accept this.
Right.
I say, if you want it, get it. It's not my business. I don't need to know it. You don't need to explain it. And I damn sure don't need to accept it. As long as you ain't hurting kids or anybody else.
Well, it's really, really sad to see it in the military. That's just over and beyond. While the other countries are toughening theirs up and making super armies, we're over here just doing stupid. Up in the knee.
Yeah, 50 to 80 years ago, we had our teenagers lying about their age to join the military to go to war, and now you got them fighting everybody because they have the right to cut this off and wear a dress.
But that's what I'm saying. I think most of that is just made up for the. I don't know if they're getting paid or what's going on, but I don't think they're actually going through with the whole thing. I think it's just to get everybody riled up. You know, they're trying to start CW.
Yeah, with whoever they can get involved in it.
Yep.
And over the last 3 years, pretty much all of it worked. People, families are against each other over medical shit.
Lauren's asking if you watch Oh Heavy Duty Country.
I don't know what that is. I guess not.
I don't either. Yep, Garrett. That's it.
Yeah, I'm aware of that shit they're pulling too. Me and Vicky, and it's like, yeah, we were born at night, but not last night.
Yeah, and to me, that's the best way to fight it, is not fall for the crap. Stick to your guns and do what you do. And then they get pissed because you're not doing what they want. Tech muted again.
Yeah, rolling a couple more cigarettes, and everybody's like, "What's that noise?"
Oh, okay. I understand.
I'm at the dentist office. I practice self-dentistry. I'm drilling my own teeth. That's what it sounds like. Somebody said it sounds like somebody drilling teeth.
Yeah. Well, now I know where Drops got his name.
Lauren, what's Old Heavy Duty Country?
Oh, Silver Girl, that's a tough one. 5 years. I think if we keep doing what we're doing and more people start doing what we're doing,
one can only hope.
Yeah, I just think that we could see that, and getting back to basics, tightening the family units back up. I mean, it's going to take a lot of work. It's not going to be just sitting and hoping for the best. Even though I know God has a plan, it's still a lot up to us, is the way I believe.
I wonder what the population is going to look like after a lot of this stuff that people done in the last 3 years take effect.
I know, that's the...
I've seen where a lot of people are finding out they're sterile now.
Well, and that's it. If you know, like the ones that I know, I've shared with them all the metal detoxes. I mean, you do what you can do. And we all know what builds up your immune systems and makes you healthier and able to get through things better. But we just got to keep doing that.
And Pine Needle Tea will pull a lot of that stuff out, or majority, or even all of it. I've even read about some of the stuff that past pokies have given to kids and stuff that cause the issues a lot of them have now. It reverses it. I told my son-in-law about it, the research, and get his mom to research it, because they're into holistic medicine and herbal stuff. Granted, she's still on the medical system like it goes now. She gets her prescriptions and stuff, but I told them look into it. It's supposed to. The stuff they've been giving us since they started all these pokies, none of it's ever been right, and it's caused that. That's where your boom and mental conditions in children and stuff stem from, or it looks that way anyway. I'm not a doctor. Low syndrome, Down syndrome, and all that kind of stuff started when they started to poking people, or it elevated anyway. Yeah, Lauren, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out. Just wrote it down. Yeah, that's when I started researching, was when my youngest had autism, and started looking into it, and that was the first thing that popped up. And so that's when I started like, okay, what else? And so then when my other daughter was going to go to college, and they required that one to go to college, I was like, we're going to get you an exemption if possible. And she says, no, I'll just do it. And then we go to the doctor for her to do it, and she's allergic to latex. And he said, nope, can't have it then. He had to look it up on the computer to see, and why would latex be in there? But it was, so she couldn't have it. So she got her exemption.
I just tell them I'm allergic to stupidity.
Well, and that's my doctor. She's like, you can't have any of them. And I was fine with me. And my mother just kept on and on. About the shingles one and the pneumonia. And since I've had pneumonia twice, and I said, no, I'm still here. It's okay.
Yeah, hell, we've been working on 3 hours.
Oh, wow. Yep. That's the way it was the other night. All of a sudden, 3 hours, and I was like, wow. Didn't even feel like it. My computer can tell. Just keeps going to sleep. My computer sleeps, but I don't.
Did you see where that video where that Lyft driver went psycho on that damn person riding with him?
When the Lyft driver got
No.
Hold on, I'll show you.
Oh my goodness. Silver Girl said, please don't go yet. Just a little while longer.
Here you go.
When the Lyft driver doesn't want to roll up the windows while driving 80.
I'm just trying to ask you to go to speed limit is all.
I'm saying I'm gonna go.
Oh. Okay. Okay. All right.
The car now.
Well, you got to. Hey, you're gonna have to open that trunk. I'm not going anywhere until you open that trunk. I just want my bag, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Me too.
Threw him off on the side of the road.
Because of what? What happened?
She's doing 80, all the windows down. He's trying to get her to drive the speed limit. She turned around and seen he had his camera going, wigged the fuck out on him.
Go.
Then reaches around the seat trying to grab at him and shit.
Oh my goodness. And that's people's attitudes right now. If you go to bigger towns, cities, they're crazy.
Yeah, like that shit. What was it in it wasn't San Antonio, where that guy was walking up on that guy pointing a rifle at him in the car, and he ended up getting shot over it. That's assault when somebody's pointing a rifle at you. He had a right to defend himself.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's I heard one part of it trying to call him a racist. So that's like, how in the fuck are they supposed to know who he's with?
Oh, they just throw that out there. All of it, all the ist words. They
Yep.
can't. Okay, happy news.
Let's see.
I saw one. Okay, I know this is really weird. It shouldn't be happy. I mean, it's like it's messed up. But okay, so these police officers were going around this dirt area, and they were tapping on the dirt all over the place. And then one of them hit metal, and he said, "I got her." And he starts digging the dirt off, and there's this metal lid, and he pulls the metal lid off, and there's this woman in there. And they lift her out, and he starts giving her CPR, and he revives her, and she just breaks down, and he's just sitting there hugging her and rocking her. And so it turned out good, and at least whoever put her there let them know where she was in enough time, hopefully. Oh my goodness. Who said that? Lauren said, did you see the guy in a shopping cart tied to an 18-wheeler on the interstate?
Here's a video for you in France. See if I can get it to work. Looks looks kind of familiar.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Is that the border?
That's in France. It said they're all waiting for boats across the English Channel.
Oh my goodness. Did you see all that garbage?
Yep. Said that was migrants too. I don't know where from, but
Yeah. And that's why I thought it was the border, because that's exactly what it looks like down there, too. They're just leaving trash strewn everywhere. The carpet of clothes, like,
and all those blue tents too. Kind of looks familiar, don't it?
yes, very. So we know who's supplying.
Yep.
They love that blue, don't they?
Yeah, fits the blue helmets, I guess.
Mm.
Any of you guys that missed it earlier, here's this little video I played.
That one friend that always tells you the truth, that never beats around the bush, never walks on eggshells, that hurts your feelings sometimes, he's not the asshole. All your other friends that sit idly by while you destroy yourself and tell you that you're just fine the way you are, they're the assholes. The best friends you can have in the world are the ones that don't care what you want to hear. They only tell you what you need to hear, and they'll keep it 100% real always. The friends that you hate the most in the short term are going to be the ones that you love the most in the long term, because they have your best interest in mind. They want to see you fulfill your potential and be what they know you can be.
I like that. Good night, Drops Family Garden. It's good to meet you.
Have a good night, Drop.
Did you sub to his channel?
Let's see. I had.
I can share it with you.
I'm already there.
Oh, okay. Where's my phone goes in? What sucks is we're losing a lot of the good ones. Either they're passing away or they're moving away. I hate to see that happening, but it is turning like crazy here. Quick.
Yeah, I got a little black cat over crawling all over me. He's like, time to sit back, Dad. I want to go to sleep.
Yep. Well, they do allow rainwater collection in the city limits now, again.
They do?
Or, where I live.
Hey, Dakota.
Dakota. I know it was in the ordinance that you couldn't before, and we just got a new mayor, and that was the first thing I brought up. And she said they researched it, and there is nothing about that. And it was cool. Someone removed it. Guess that's another thing people should keep an eye on, is city ordinances. In the future plan, every city makes a future plan. Look at your future plans, because that will show you what they're trying for. In the town, they made anything that was on the main roads, all commercial, all the homes, everything.
That's where I'm at here. Mine's commercial, residential.
Yep. So then, now we have a housing shortage because of them doing that. And so they're building all these new ones, and then people can't afford to buy. And you've seen the new laws that they're trying to put on people trying to buy homes now. I don't know if that's passed yet or anything, but
They're up there working on that. They're going to put that Family Dollar, Dollar Tree thing up here on the opposite side of the road, right there in the corner over on the other side of the railroad track. That's all it's out there is like that. I'm just wondering what's next. They're going to try to start building up. There's nothing really commercial going north out of town. So the city limits of this being north is like, it's kind of weird. And I told Vicky, I said, maybe we'll get a knock at the door, somebody from Whataburger or something wanting to build something here. Let them throw outrageous money at me, but then it makes me worry if I'll be able to buy anything once I do that or not.
yeah, I know. Well, there's still old buses and RVs and stuff like that for sale. And those shipping containers, I've seen some really cool places made out of shipping containers. Of course, you gotta have a place to put them on too. And they're cheap. I think like $4,000 each or something. Three or four. I don't know. On Nunya, Texas channel, he shows one that was built into a home. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I watched this guy take the cargo containers. I think he took 3 or 4 of them, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
2 on the bottom, he built these big ass pylons that were about 1.5 feet big around, and they put it off the ground about 4 foot and connected it all down. He had cut the middle out of the bottom too, or the inside wall, and welded them together. And then on the top, he built a I can't remember how. I think it was cut in half or something, and they had it on each end or something, and put a roof over it. But I hadn't watched them in a long time. They were close to being finished with sheetrock the last time I watched any of it, but they realized it was a lot of work for him and her to do.
Yeah.
I haven't seen what it would have looked like finished, but I've seen others like that commercially done, and you can't tell what they are.
Marshmallow Man. Good to see you.
Hey, Marshmallow.
Oh no, I've been looking at those yurts. Those are pretty cool too.
Yeah, the yurts. There's another couple. I've got one of them. I forget where they're at. They're up there in like a rainforest or somewhere, but it gets cold and snow there too. So they might be in Canada or somewhere.
Yeah, but they seem to be pretty weather resistant. The one I was looking at, it could withstand 100-mile-per-hour winds because of it being round.
Yeah, and it's reinforced somewhat. The stuff they build the frame and then they put the stuff around it and then start working on the inside and they reinforce it. Then they walled on the inside the roof, and I think once they put that liner on, they spray it and then put other stuff over it. So it's like a covered tent that's walled from the inside once they get done. So basically it's just a round house when they get done.
Yeah, and I'm still looking at those dirt bag houses too. That sounds bad. They use bags of dirt. They just bag the dirt out of the yard and stack them and then go over it with well, it's like stucco, I guess. You make it out of the dirt with water, mix it together, and it dries almost like a cement.
Yeah, imagine once it's up there, if it's cold out, you probably heat a room with a candle.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying, that they didn't have to use hardly any heating
I
or
think I told
cooling.
you about that old house that I used to remember as a kid in Ohio. These people had that was it was concrete and cinder block. They said when they built it, they dug a hole around it and built it in there, and then they sealed it in and put the dirt back. And by the time they got done, it was to get on the roof was a step up. It might have been 2 foot off the ground.
Oh wow!
And in certain places around it for windows, they put some glass blocks.
Yeah.
And I want to say they said the walls were 2 foot thick cinder blocks, and those were filled with concrete and stuff. So they really was under the frost line. So the roof was thick and heavy enough and insulated enough that they didn't have to have heat in the winter. And this was in Ohio, and in the summer they didn't have to air condition. They said, matter of fact, it stayed like 60 degrees year round in the house.
Yeah. It would be almost like a root cellar or something, I guess. Mosquito get you?
The only thing bad would be like Thanksgiving time. I imagine it get bad and they're hot from running the oven so much.
Yeah, that could be. And that's when you cook outdoors as much as you
Yeah.
can.
have a separate room off that that you could cook in that was vented outside to draw the heat out.
Yeah, that pallet of cinder blocks that I got, that's only to build a outdoor kitchen with it.
Yeah.
It's not going to go to waste.
What were you going to build initially with it?
Well, initially, we had got that building, 16 by 50 building, and they needed the cinder blocks to put underneath it. And once we got the building and they had torn the outer wall, and then the front wall where the door was wasn't even level, and it was just all kinds of messed up. And and they hit my mom's travel trailer that they wouldn't admit to, and so we were just take it back out of here. They pissed me off. Of course, I lost a little bit of money on that, but
Yeah, that was messed up. They come in there and do all that stupid shit, and they ain't liable for nothing.
yeah. Yeah, because we didn't have any cameras to prove that they did it. So that's another lesson. If you're moving anything in, if anybody's delivering anything, film them.
Yeah, we got 32 people in here, and they're quiet.
They're just listening.
Put everybody to sleep, huh?
Yeah, I want to do that too, Marshall. And then I want to get a tripod for my son-in-law has the big cast iron colander thing, cauldron, whatever it's called. And cook over a fire. Got plenty of wood, that's for sure. Hey, William.
Hey, William.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's 20 after 4 here.
Yep. Mud brick homes. Cool. It's cheap. If you have a lot of dirt. It's the only problem out there. We have a lot of rock.
Get you a jackhammer, start breaking them up, build you a stone house.
You can just see me. What was that movie? Overboard? I'll be sitting there like her. Oh. Yes, Kate.
Come back.
I saved it. The total Kate Hudson look we had going on.
Back when I was young?
No, it's not. Well, I'm starting to yawn. So
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting out of here too, 'cause I got to see what daylight brings up. I don't know, being Friday, Vicky's first day off, she probably don't want to go to the store.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Silver Girl, when we pray and we get some sleep time.
Yeah, y'all, hell, I'm gonna call it quits, see if I can get some sleep. I know I can go to sleep.
Y'all have a good night. Love y'all.
Much love, everybody. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for coming. Bye.